crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Hey guys, Bix Weir, Roadrunner.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of tea, chaga tea. Like my mug, horn of Z's, Roadrunner. We gave away like 20 of these back in the day. We're thinking about starting a Roadrunner swag store. Hats and mugs and the whole thing. Just thinking about it. I have my people on it. This would be a lot of work, but hey, it's fun, right? What else you got to do out there except work, 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 work? Speaking of working, Paige has a new installment of Word Wednesday. CFTC and the friggin' riggers. You can hear Paige drop an F-bomb. She thinks she yelled an F-bomb. You barely hear it, muddled. And then she cracks up about it. But check it out. We talk about the CFTC, why it's such a evil institution, what they are doing. And these Word Wednesdays are awesome. They teach the younger generation what the hell I'm talking about. And sometimes it teaches me a hell of a lot about what, over the years, I've forgotten more about the original intent of things like regulators and the market manipulation just ruined everything. And what does Trump do? Puts the biggest market rigger on planet Earth, the head of IT for Goldman Sachs, as our Treasury Secretary. So we'll get it in. Let's talk about that right now. Anyway, check out Paige's Word Wednesday. Also go to her Instagram channel, which is on.the.roadrunner. And she's got a bunch of great stuff there. All right, let's talk about market rigging. Market rigging is the act of clicking a mouse in the basement of the U.S. Treasury to make any market go anywhere you want. Unlimited amounts of money. Money is not an issue to the Treasury Secretary, the Federal Reserve. They created it out of thin air. It's an electronic. It's an electronic blip. The difference between $1 trillion and $100 billion is one little zero on a computer. That's the only difference. It's a con, it's a fraud, as you can see from our stock market. We're about to hit all-time highs again. So the entire year, the economic system has been destroyed. Business is going out, unemployment off the charts, printing money like it's going out of style. You would think the stock market be 1/10 of what it was at the height back last year. 1/10 on a good day. But no, all you got to do is click a mouse. If you're in the Treasury, buy a couple billion here, buy a couple billion there. How about $1 trillion? How about a quadrillion? Does Steve Mnuchin have the power to buy $1 quadrillion worth of stocks, bonds, anything they want? Absolutely. What do you think a computer's for? Again, what's the difference between 100 trillion and 1 quadrillion? It's a little bitty zero. At the end of a computer that doesn't care if there's budget deficits. I mean, that's the stupidest thing ever. It doesn't care how much money is printed. It does not matter. That's what they do behind the scenes. It does not matter. It's a confidence game. What's the first part of a confidence game? The con. And that's what we're living in. So yeah, I do expect the Dow to go to 1 million. Why not 1 trillion? Why not a quadrillion? Who cares? It's fake. It's phony. Oh, by the way, if you want to get out of this, if you've been laid off and you had a 401k that you're having to roll over into an IRA, or you can move it now, finally, call my friend Will Lair. Send him an email. Will Lair. Go to perpetualassets.com. Perpetualassets.com, and they can teach you how to roll your IRA over into a self-directed IRA. You can have your own assets in your own possession. No, it's not like the IRAs where they hold your metal and hold your cryptos. Completely different thing. Go to perpetualassets.com. You hold your metal. You hold your cryptos in your IRA, and you don't have to penalize yourself, or the IRS penalize you for pulling out your IRA too soon, your retirement fund. If you leave them in the system, you're going to lose them. Sorry. You need to listen to the Road to Ruta. All these shares have been rehypothecated so many times, meaning multiple shares for multiple owners for one share on all stocks. Apple Computer, obviously mining stocks. You'd be crazy to be in mining stocks or SLV right now. Why? Because multiple people own the same share you own. And most likely it'll be nationalized when the system falls apart. But that was always the game. Steve Mnuchin in the news today. Republicans. Steve Mnuchin shrug off billions in potential PPP loan fraud. Why does Steve Mnuchin shrug off billions in PPP loan fraud? Because it doesn't matter. They're clicking a mouse and creating trillions every day to prop up markets and suppress markets. Congressional Republicans and Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin appeared unfazed Tuesday after learning that billions of dollars in unforgivable business loans may have succumbed to waste or been improperly used amid the coronavirus pandemic. Oh my God. You mean the U.S. government didn't account properly for money that it printed? Are you kidding me? A report led by Democrats, ... Yeah, as soon as you see that, you say, okay, fine, whatever. On the Senate's House Select Committee, subcommittee on the coronavirus crisis, outlined nearly $3 billion in potential Paycheck Protection Program, loan fraud, waste, or abuse due to the lack of oversight and accountability from the Treasury and Small Business Administration. Still, GOP lawmakers and Mnuchin showed little concern during a hearing before the panel, with the Treasury Secretary vowing that the agency would recoup most of the lost funds, and Republicans criticizing their Democratic colleagues for highlighting the waste in an otherwise successful initiative that saved millions of jobs. This is all stupid. It's ridiculous. Just give everybody $1 trillion and get this thing over with. It doesn't matter. It's your money. They're just deciding who gets it. And they're deciding which markets to rig. Today, it was the silver market. Now, what's going on right now? We have a problem in silver, as I've outlined over the last couple of days. Yes, they took a hell of a lot of hits because they didn't have the silver. Back last week, the banksters, took a hell of a lot of hits. Millions and millions of dollars in hits. Probably hundreds of millions. Why? Because they had to close out their position before they hit September, which is a delivery month. But they couldn't close them all out. So here's what's going on. Of the 11,000 contracts that were basically available for delivery at the end of last month, there's still 3,200 contracts out there. That's over 15, what is that? That's 16 million ounces of silver that they haven't come up with yet. And they have till the end of September, near the end of September. Now you might think, so what? 15 million ounces, JP Morgan farts that. I understand that. But a lot of these bankers don't. A lot of these bankers didn't think that their short position would ever be collected upon. So we still have 15 million ounces to be delivered. And remember, they're paying interest every day on that silver. If they had it in inventory, these bankers would have already delivered it. Why pay extra costs when you know you have to deliver it? These 15 million ounces are not in the warehouse in the proper form. These are the shorts saying, oh shit, where am I going to get this silver? Why don't we slam the price down a little more and then try to get somebody to sell me silver cheaper? Where's the CFTC on this, huh? Hey, Paige, where's the CFTC? Go watch this video and you'll understand what they're doing. So we're right here, 3,000 contracts still left to be, 3,200 still left to be delivered. Until they have till the end of September. What can happen? Who knows? It's all being rolled over to December as usual. But again, this is the first time in the history of this criminal corrupt market that the banksters are taking losses on their, closing out their short positions. That is the biggest part. We aren't going to bust the JP Morgans of the world. They're not going to go crawling home to mommy. We want them out of the market, and that's what's happening right now. They're getting out of the market. Now here's 15 million, 16 million ounces that hasn't been able to be sourced yet. Where are they going to get it? I don't know. We'll find out, right? And you might ask yourself, well, who is it, Bix? Who is it playing these games with metals? It's a whole bunch of banksters. Luckily, the CME gives us the data on who. Who is, so there's issuers and there's stops. The issuers are the people having to deliver the metal. The stops are the people taking the metal. And we got some names like out of the blue, who like small brokers who were short, and they're like, damn, I got busted because I didn't know the inside scoop of what was going on with JP Morgan. Marex had to deliver 240 contracts. And for little players, they don't even deal in the real physical stuff. BMO Capital takes 447 on their house account. Wow. Nice job, BMO Capital. But look at all these new names in here. Where are we? Credit Suisse didn't have much. Wells Fargo is taking delivery for their home account. Wells Fargo, a bank that we've bailed out so many times, is now buying silver for their house account. Do you see anything wrong with that? Not for customer account, for their house account. That's us giving Wells Fargo a license to print money, because that's what a banking license is, and they're using it to gamble on physical silver. Are you ridiculous? Big one, Scotia, getting destroyed this month. 1,644 contracts. 1,644 contracts is 9 million ounces of physical. Why do you think they're saying, I'm out of the business, we're getting out of the business? You imagine the hits they took when they closed out positions last week? Bank of America Securities, 684 contracts. Bank of America, another bank we give a banking license to play with commodities, although this is the customer account, so it's some of their customers. Scotia is their house account. Again, why do you think Scotia's getting out of the business, declaring millions of dollars in losses? Morgan Stanley taking some silver home with them. And of course, JP Morgan, the entity with 6 RICO charges up against their traders. Massive. They're pretty much the only player in physical metal, in silver. So in their customer account, and this is the interesting part, in their customer account, they had 4,000 contracts for their customers that had to deliver. 4,000. 4 times 5, 20 million ounces. And then standing for delivery, the people taking the metal, 3615. But this is the interesting thing. JP Morgan's house account, they didn't do squat diddly. Ted Butler was 100% right. They were required by law in a settlement to pony up some of the physical silver that they had stolen over the past years. Ted believes it to be 300 million ounces, and he said they're done. He thinks they were done last month. And voila, it was July. They had this monster delivery, and then now nothing. They are not going to go to jail. The 6 traders might. Blythe Masters, slap on the wrist. Jamie Dimon, slap on the wrist. JP Morgan, I would guess the fine and penalty they're going to have to pay will be substantial. Over $500 million is my guess. I don't know. No idea. How do you value the amount of money they cost investors? Remember, they're just going to settle. Nobody's going to get anything other than the CFTC. And I think Ted Butler deserves the whistleblower money, if you ask me. Surely the CFTC doesn't deserve any of it. All right, Barclays is trying to pawn back. What? Hang on. Barclays, just the other day, these stats are wrong. Just the other day, they delivered a whole lot of silver, and now great. Now the CME's not posting the real stats. Maybe they just haven't updated. I don't know. I will keep an eye on that too. Anyway, it's a fraud. It's a con. By the way, while they're slamming silver, you might as well slam cryptos. And there we have it. That's why we're going down. Everybody's like, oh shit, here we go. We're going down again. Ride the wave, my friends. The only people that win are the hodlers. You just sit and you wait and you wait and you wait. You're a day trader. You're bound to be caught off guard. All the cryptos down in a group effort to slam the cryptos down. What a great time to buy. If you're thinking, oh my God, Theta's going to run away and I'm not going to get any Theta. I'm not going to be able to set up a Guardian node. I'm not going to be able to learn Theta Fuel. This is the big mother. It's getting too expensive. Voila. $46. It's down 5%, just like everything else. Right now, you can get a Guardian node 10,000 Theta for $4,690. If you're on the private road, this week I'll be posting a bunch of Theta, how to get it, how to store it, how to stake your token. It's just so important to get in on this one. This is the star changer of the future. It will change your stars. But I'll be on the private road. We're still giving away 50 Theta Fuel. Go to roadrunner.com, hit subscribe today. But I will be posting a lot of information on how to get it into your hands, how to store it properly, and how to stake it. All right? That's the plan this week. All this money printing, all this manipulation is 100% planned. This is Ruta from the 1981 comic book, wrote Wishes and Rainbows, right from the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston. Yes, the Federal Reserve Bank had comic books. This is a special one. Ruta right here is writing in the sand an economic formula about how to go off a gold standard. Once you go off a gold standard, how to go back onto it. As you can see, the GDP, and see that equation right there, 3 over the T with the infinity. That is this. An economic formula from the 1960s called On the Road to the Golden Age. Very important, very relevant to what we're doing. Because Alan Greenspan's paper was called The Road to Ruta. And the idea was, if you're going to go back onto a gold standard from being off a gold standard, print as much money as you possibly can, soaking up all the benefits. Build your roads, your bridges, your armies, houses. That is exactly what they've been doing since the 1960s. We went off the gold standard and we're just printing. And how far do you print? To infinity. Listen to the summary. Part of GNP to be invested is assumed to be certain, to be determined function of time. The production function is taken to be the Cobb-Douglas with constant returns to scale. The optimal growth path is determined under various assumptions about labor supply. It is shown that the golden age results are obtained as time approaches infinity. That's exactly what Ruta's writing in the sand right there. Print money to infinity. And if you read this paper by Bertel Nasland, he did not win a Nobel Prize for this. I think they tried to keep it secret. But what he did get was he got on the board of who decides to get the Nobel Prize. But if you look at this is I have yet to see Alan Greenspan's paper on this. Alan Greenspan's Road to Ruta paper. But I'll guarantee you it looks something very similar to this. These guys are crazy math guys, Greenspan was a computer programmer. But all this gobbledygook that only like the highest mathematicians in the world. If you've ever seen, what's that Matt Damon movie? Good Will Hunting. That's like Greenspan was like that. And these guys are like that. They think in mathematics. And who knows what the hell this all says, but the conclusion is right there. T to infinity, blah, 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 right here. T to infinity. It's all right there. It's all right there, as Ruta writes in the sand, on the road to the golden age. And then voila, when they redid it in 2007, right before they decided to try to crash the system in 2008, what does Ruta write in the sand in the remake of the comic book that came out on January 1st, 2007 on the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston website? And I was there for some reason. I don't know why or how. Look what she wrote. 11 plus 9. Or 9/11. And the crescent Islamic moon in the flower. 11 plus 9, 9/11. And then what happened in 2008 on 9/11? Senator Kanjorski says that's when they were pulling all the money out of the money market funds. $500 billion, and we were on the brink of destroying the banking system. Next time it happened was last year, September 11th. That's when the repo market started going sideways and they had to bail it out the next Monday. And we are approaching 9/11 again, my friend. Hang on to your hats. All right. Those of you looking to get a Guardian node, I did want to point out, if you go to guardianmonitor.io to check out the stats for Theta, Theta Labs removed 32 million tokens. I think very big things are in play. One, some of those are going to go to Coinbase, so we can get onto Coinbase and have the rest of the United States be able to easily buy Theta and set up. I don't know if they'll have a staking program. They should. It's really easy. I don't know if they will, though. So Theta Labs removed the coins from the validator node, and they're also making room for more validator nodes. I expect the next one to be either, I guess, is Sony, but could be Apple. Don't know. It's a big one. My friends, Theta is a big one. And today it's cheaper than it was yesterday. So there you have it. Anyway, you guys want more good stuff, go to roadruda.com. Go to the private road. Great stuff on the private road, including the Jenny Moonstone readings. Amazing revelation this weekend that Jenny Moonstone told me last week I was going to have, as far as research into the Grand Canyon Gold, 7 cities of Cibola. Blow you away. I talk about that on the Road to Ruda. Go check it out. To join the Road to Ruda, go to roadtoruda.com. Hit subscribe today. And I will send you 50 Theta and 50 Theta Fuel for every 1-year subscription. A 1-year subscription is $299 a year, less than $1 a day. And I will mail this to your front door. So it's great for people who don't have any cryptos, don't know what I'm talking about. As far as cryptos, it gets mailed to your front door. You just stick it in with your gold and silver. Remember, it's like cash. This thing is like cash. And if Michelle White Dove is correct, it goes to $1,000 per coin plus. That's $50,000 in your pocket. This is not a guarantee, mind you, but you're guaranteed to have a good time on the Road to Ruda with the information behind the scenes. All right? You guys take care. I'll talk to you later.